Man, why do you have to be so corny all the time?
Because I'm Larry. Pleased to meet you.
A case in point.
What?
I come out here to ask, like, hey, can we have a serious talk? And you immediately launch into jokes.
Sorry. So what do you want to know?
About Dom or Don or Derek, whatever his name is. I don't know.
Dom. I call him Dom. His name is Don. I call him Dom on purpose because I like messing up his name, and I really think Dom is a cooler name than Don.
I guess I can't argue with that. But no, the whole him buying the channel thing, like, you're not seriously considering actually selling the channel, are you?
No.
Okay, good. Okay. Because, you know, I'm just thinking about it, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just, my brain has been exploding trying to figure out, like, were you serious? Were you not serious? Was he serious? Like, I thought, because it sounded an awful lot like this, like the other day when you said you were selling the house, and then you came clean the next day about, like, Joe, or, like I said, my brain is jumbled.
Yeah, it is jumbled. You thought I was pranking?
I thought that you rather were pranking me and Joe, just like you tried to do the other day about selling the house.
No, God's honest truth, Tom. I didn't know he was coming over here.
And you had no idea. Like, it wasn't planned. Nothing.
Nothing. And I sure didn't know that he was going to say anything about buying the channels.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, no. To tell you the truth, you know, I've been thinking about it a lot too, and I'm like, I think that because, you know, we just pranked him, right?
True.
So I'm thinking that maybe it's possible that, it's not possible, it's probably probable, and that he's trying to pull a prank on us. Because it's the only thing that makes any sense.
So you think that Dom is trying to prank us because we pranked him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, I mean, think about it, right? Possible. Think about it. Anytime he's ever tried to prank us, he's not very good. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And nothing makes any sense. For you know, look at it this way, Tom. I would never sell our YouTube channel, ever. I don't care if anybody put any amount of money on it. I don't care if somebody offered me $1 million. Well, wait a second. No. Even if somebody offered $1 million, I would not take that for the channel.
Okay.
There's no way. Because, first of all, the videos mean too much to me.
Understandable.
Right? And second of all, this is really your channel.
Well, yeah.
Both of the channels are really your channels. I only started YouTube, and I told you this when we started, even though you really didn't want to.
Not at the time, no.
Right. I told you, though, that I wanted to do this together, and I wanted to do it for you. Right? I remember that conversation we had, and then it was like, you went along with me, but you really didn't want to do the stuff.
Like I said, not at the time, no.
No. And now you're more into it now than you were before.
Yeah, I
maybe a little bit too much sometimes, I think. But no, I just feel like the only thing that makes sense to me is that these guys came up with this weird plan to come over. First, and that's another thing. I wouldn't sell it for a couple of reasons, and not just you. Mm-hmm. It's also, I wouldn't do it to the fans, for one, because all the fans would just unsubscribe. He'd be basically buying just our videos.
Yeah.
Because everybody would unsubscribe from the channel, and rightfully so, because I know if I was subscribed to a channel and then they sold it to somebody else who's entirely different face of the channel, why would I stay sub to it? That wouldn't make any sense. Just for the old videos?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I wouldn't sell my old videos to anybody. They're too dear to me, some of the stuff that we do, you know?
Right, yeah.
You know, especially you go back and reminisce with Joe back in the old, when we first started and everything. Like, you know, well, I mean, I could still watch them on his channel, but why would I? No, they're ours. They're, you know what I mean? There's no way I would ever, yeah, that's just bizarre. And, you know, I just kind of was going along with it when I said about the 150. I was just kind of going along with that because did you see Joe? He jumped right on that. He was like, oh, wait a second. I could get money out of this? I could get 50 grand out of this? Oh, well, maybe it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because, you know, that would last forever.
Because, you know, Joe doesn't think, like, I think he would, like, for 50,000 would be fine. And then as soon as all that money's gone, and 50,000 doesn't last that long, as soon as that money's gone, he would be regretting it all.
For sure.
Because I know that this, doing videos and stuff like that means a lot to Joe. You
Right,
know
that's one of the things that I was considering, long run. Yeah, okay, we'd be getting a nice little sum right off the bat, but it wouldn't be worth it in the long run.
No, it wouldn't.
Especially not for me.
It wouldn't be. No, you would. After 2 years, you'd be screwed.
Exactly.
But no, I actually after 1 year, almost you'd be screwed after the first year. So but no, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I kind of want to play along with this. Not on Joe. I don't. I think this would just be kind of cruel to Joe. So I don't want to go along with this. So I'm going to tell him the next time I see him that, you know what, we're not selling these channels. Right.
Play along with the ruse if it is a ruse at the very least. And
if
it's not, then okay, at least it sounds genuine.
Yeah, because we could turn this on Don at some point,
Right.
Although not really, because he's going to most probably watch this. I don't know. I don't think he's been watching any of our stuff. I thought that's what he said last time, that he hasn't been watching.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But then again, hold it. No, he has to be watching. He has to be watching because how would he know how to sell the house and
the debt.
Yeah.
Remember when he came over about, oh, it's going to AC.
But by the time this comes out, he will already have probably done something else, or come out with the reason why he's doing all this.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I would assume. But I say that we just go along with it, and whenever he does his thing, or he sees this and he knows that the gig's up.
I guess whichever happens first. Okay, I mostly just wanted to know because, with the selling the house thing, you had me fooled too, and I just want to know if maybe this was you had planned on getting him over and you forgot to tell me, and then he came over, so... I couldn't say anything, last night when Joe was here. I couldn't say anything there because my thoughts were is all prank and everything, right? Well, right, since I know that we're pranking Joe, I couldn't really say much of anything either. Right. I had to play into, you're really considering it without, really asking, hey, dude... are you actually considering this? Because don't do it.
Right. But the other thing is also... As soon as Joe said for $50,000 right away, I was a little miffed, because it was oh wow, he jumped right on that.
Right, really, you throw this whole thing away for $50,000?
Right,
that's it.
However, then I started thinking about maybe he just said that because he really believes that we're moving.
Yeah, you've got a point.
You know what I mean? So he knows that. Maybe it's ending anyway, you know what I mean?
Right, why not end it with as much bang for his buck as he can get?
So I'm going to make it a little bit more realistic with him. I think I'm going to be saying about how, we're not going to move that far away.
Okay.
So this way, and it'll probably be too far that he can't come over every time you turn around, but we will still see each other plenty of times. So I just think that, like I said, they're pulling something on us. We'll let them go. It's the only thing that makes any sense because nobody. I've never heard of somebody buying somebody else's channel.
Yeah, me neither. Which is, I guess, part of the reason it's so weird.
It is weird. It's very weird. And then when he at first said it, I was like, huh, I never heard of this. And I thought I even said something to him about I don't even know that this subscribers would even stay there.
Right, you did kind of touch on that without going too in depth.
And I know for a fact there's no way that they would stay on the channel. And like I said, they signed up to watch us.
Right.
And I'd be kind of just spitting in their face saying, "Here, I'm going to sell you guys."
Oh, yeah, thanks for the memories. Bye.
Yeah, I would never ever. Never do that. Like I said, I would give it to you because it's rightfully yours, and I could never make that decision without you.
Right.
We'd have to be both on board for something like that, and I wouldn't be to begin with, and I know you wouldn't be.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's don't ever think that I would ever do anything like that. First of all, I like it.
Right.
I like
I'm more
videos.
wanting to get to the bottom of it because there was still that little bit of doubt, but there was still like enough that's
Yeah.
just like
And you know that I like this. It keeps me busy. It keeps. It's the creative part of me, like especially coming up with these games and stuff,
Oh, for
which
sure.
I love to do.
Yeah.
I love doing this stuff. I love being in front of the camera because I can talk. So I'm blue in the face. Am I blue yet? A little red.
A little bit. That would be the lighting.
Yeah. Yeah, I could always talk forever in front of the camera, and I like being in front of the camera. Before, when I first started YouTube, it was awkward,
Oh, sure.
but I
that'd be
actually
for
like
anyone.
it. And plus, we don't have a whole lot in common, me and you.
Yeah.
Right. Except for now we have videos in common.
I mean, just look at us.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, and I like I said, I don't want to do. I think if I did the house selling the house prank and went along with Don and them guys with this one against Joe, I think that would be too much.
Yeah.
Although if he thought he was getting money though, he would be probably happy for a moment.